Well, hello everyone. Today I think I'm going to do something different. I don't think I'm going to try to go too long, but I think I'm just going to say a few words. It's interesting. I've gotten started in this journey about a week in here, trying to do an upload every day, and then I run into days like this where the day isn't just easy. It isn't just working. I don't have ideas flowing freely. I'm nervous and anxious. And so I guess I just wanted to get on and talk about maybe insecurity and dealing with change and the actual hardships of that. And I guess I think this is important. I don't want to come across as whining, and I don't want to say that my time is too hard, but I do have certain things that I have to deal with today that I didn't a week ago because I wasn't a YouTuber trying to create something every day then, and that creates pressure. And so now here I am on a day, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the video for the day. And so I get on talking about the insecurities that are keeping me from that. And that's a little weird, but I think it's important. I had ideas. It's not a shortage of ideas, but it is an inability to maybe focus on those ideas at the depth that I need to. Um, I think that I think that you deserve good, high quality thought, and I'm doing my best to get better. But it's a skill development, and so that's one of the insecurities I have to deal with, right? Like I don't have a fully developed sense of communicating on camera yet. I don't feel confident in front of the camera yet. I feel confident about my ideas, but man, I squirm every time I notice myself in the camera. I want to cringe. I feel like there's something wrong. I doubt my back. Like it's right. We can all relate to this, right? We all have these things that we're a little insane about, a little insecure about. And I'm not great with a visual medium anyway. It's not my cup of tea. I'm going on a lot of advice that I'm getting, so it's really, oh man, it's that growth stretch that just, man, like it almost wins me just dealing with some of this. It's almost an anxious thing, right? And this is change. This is what we get with change. This is what we get when we choose to be something different than we've been for so long. I'm here. I'm in a visual medium. My wheelhouse for heart has always been language, so where I'm still kind of there, but I like the written language. Um, I like deep thinking. I like these things, but man, in front of the camera, and then there's of course all the own self-doubt things, right? We all have this. Like we are all afraid that no matter what we do, we have some quality that's going to be a deal breaker, right? Like we know that the science says, like, I don't know if it speaks about YouTube in general, but throughout life, people get favoritism for looking good. And we see this in YouTube creators. Better YouTube creators tend to have more natural, positive appearance and things. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just a dude with weird long hair, and like, I don't know, like, can I make it? Like, nobody's gonna want to watch me on YouTube with teeth like these. But I'm gonna hear from my teeth. So why should they care? And man, the wrestling, right? Do you have this? Do you have the insane things just going on in your head all the time? And it's not that I'm always stuck or that I'm always paralyzed. It's just that there are the moments where what do you do when you're fighting something like a schedule? Well, it's not that important. Could I have let it slip a day? Could I have gotten over it and decided to do it tomorrow? Sure. But then that's counter to my goals. And I don't want to give up on my goals. I also don't want to do what's hard. I also don't want to stretch in the growth. I don't want to face I don't even want to admit the insecurities, right? Like I think that's part of what I'm here for. Is I think that admitting the insecurities is one of the ways that we can diffuse it. And I guess if I'm going to get on here and talk with you about my thoughts and my feelings, it's important to address these because if I'm going to encourage people to change, I got to be realistic. It's hard. Some people will talk about this concept of ego backlash, where sometimes when you're doing really well and you're developing, changes within yourself, the mind doesn't really like change. It's one of the things that makes it so hard for us to change, and there's reason for that. Like there's good evolutionary reason why we have such difficulty changing, because we've survived to this point because we're doing what we're doing. It stands to reason we should continue doing that, right? Like why Why fight it? Why let it be something it's not? Or why let it why let change happen to something that we don't know works? And some people think this is an ego thing. There's a lot of different ways of describing this, but it is something that we do. And I guess there are a lot of ways to deal with it, and I guess that's why we talk about it. That's why we look at it, we examine it. And there's so much more, right? Because like on the one hand, I do think I have a handle enough on language that I feel confident about writing. I've even made a little bit of money off writing here and there. But why is it that I feel so insecure over here? It's not really that different. It's still just ideas, a lot of them my thoughts and ideas on things. Why is it? Well, because I was comfortable writing. I had experiences with writing that it was fine, and so it wasn't really changed to write. I've done a lot of writing, but this YouTube thing, this living online, uh, man. So again, look at how hard this is. I'm losing my train of thought. We've talked about this in the past. I I'm more trying to defend myself because I'm having these insecurities and I'm having these problems, and I feel this need to defend all of that. And it's really troubling because it's keeping me from even talking about my insecurities. It's keeping me from even sharing some of this with you, um, and that's okay. And so I guess I'm here to encourage anybody that may need it. Change is hard. Um, we have insecurities. We have fears of not knowing what's going to happen. Our mind can sometimes even panic outright over not understanding how a situation can play through. Um, these aren't flaws. These aren't problems, and these aren't somebody's inability to manage life or regulate themselves. It doesn't have anything to do with those things. It's just the process of being human. It's I think it's just natural, and I think it's something that we all have to deal with, and I think acknowledging it is the first step. So if you're struggling with any of these things, just know others are too. Everybody has struggles, everybody has thoughts, everybody has insecurities, and everybody deals with those in different ways. You may need to talk about yours, you may need to just think about them, maybe just watching a video knowing you're not alone. I'm not sure. Um, but I guess the only thing I really have to mention in closing is that you can get through them, you can face them, and you can choose to embrace change. Um, and sometimes just having that attitude is what makes all the difference in us going forward and being better. Sometimes it's just choosing to allow the process to happen, to choose perseverance, to choose to find the strength, to choose to meet your obligations and commitment, and it just comes down to a choice. And it's not always easy. It's not always glamorous, and sometimes it's even costly. But what is the goal worth to you? What is being better worth to you? What is overcoming the obstacles in your way worth to you? Anyway, with that, I guess we'll call that good. And I guess hopefully tomorrow I'll be feeling a little better. Hopefully I'll find a way to deal with all this stuff, and hopefully I'll have something a little more exciting to get into tomorrow. Until then, I wish you all well.